Caitlin Clark's teammate had no words after being released by Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark's teammate had no words after being released by Indiana Fever, originally appeared on Athlon Sports. Ahead of Saturday's game against 9-0 defending WNBA champion New York Liberty, the Indiana Fever welcomed two key players back, but it meant they had to let one go. Caitlin Clark is set to return from a quad injury that kept her out 3 weeks since her last game, a 90-88 loss to the Liberty. The Fever went 2-3 during her 5-game absence. Head coach Stephanie White also said Sophie Cunningham is likely to return against New York after missing the last 3 games with an ankle injury. However, with Clark off the injury report, Indiana's roster was restored to 10 or more active players. That required the team to waive Aari McDonald, who was signed after Cunningham's injury via the WNBA's emergency hardship exception. McDonald, who helped spark the Fever to a 2-1 record in the 3 games she played, did not have any words to share when she reacted to the Fever's announcement on Friday. To meet the 10-player roster minimum and WNBA emergency hardship exception requirements, we have waived guard Aari McDonald, the Indiana Fever wrote in a social media post on Friday afternoon. "Thank you, Aari." McDonald wrote back from her official Instagram account. The No. 3 overall pick in the 2021 WNBA draft, McDonald impressed Fever fans with her tenacity, energy, and professionalism that allowed her to make an immediate impact on the court in Clark's absence. She averaged 11.0 points, 3.0 assists, and 2.0 steals, while playing 25.3 minutes per game. McDonald is now an unrestricted free agent, free to sign with any team in the league. Fans of the Chicago Sky, one of the teams she helped Indiana beat, are already making their case on social media. "She's going to find a spot. I don't think that's a debate right now," White said on Friday. "She's been the ultimate pro." Related, Caitlin Clark draws strong reaction from Kelsey Mitchell before Fever Liberty. Related, Angel Reese issues reminder to Hailey Van Lith amid Chicago Sky struggles. This story was originally reported by Athlon Sports on June 13, 2025, where it first appeared. Caitlin Clark's teammate had no words after being released by Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever locker room has been buzzing with electricity ever since Caitlin Clark arrived. From sold-out arenas to league-high viewership numbers, the WNBA's new Golden Star brought more than just buckets. She brought belief. But behind the hype, behind the chants and headlines, is a team in flux. And this week, that volatility became heartbreakingly real for one of Clark's closest teammates. She didn't say anything at first, just sat there, jersey folded neatly on her lap, eyes staring at the empty locker where her name used to be. Released. Cut. Just like that. Christy Wallace, a hard-nosed defender and respected veteran presence, was let go by the Indiana Fever as part of a roster move intended to free up cap space and prepare for a mid-season adjustment. The move was business. Cold, calculated, and necessary in the eyes of the front office. But for Caitlin Clark and many inside that locker room, it was personal. Silent shock. "Christy was someone who showed me how to be a pro," Clark said softly when reporters asked her about the release after practice. "She never asked for attention, never needed cameras. But she was the glue for a lot of us." Wallace, a quiet yet fierce competitor from Australia, had carved her way into the league through defense, grit, and heart. While she didn't fill highlight reels the way Clark did, she filled the gaps that don't always show up in box scores, the help defense, the vocal rotations, the mentoring of younger players. And now she was gone. No press conference. No farewell post. Just a simple transaction wire and an empty seat on the team bus. Clark was visibly shaken when asked how the news affected the team. She didn't have words, Clark admitted. "Honestly, none of us did."